In some ways, I feel that I've been really lucky that this channel is quite small, because by being small, it gives me a lot of flexibility to change what I'm doing, and it doesn't really have huge negative consequences. If you are at a channel that's, say, above 100,000 subscribers, you kind of box yourself in, because at that point it can really become, I guess, like your profession. With 100k subs, it's probably going to be quite easy to monetize the situation that's just your thing. Whereas if you're small, you can kind of chop and change, and you've still got that time to really find what is one's passion. For me, I've kind of changed over. This YouTube channel's had multiple evolutions. Originally, I actually first started this YouTube channel to document my change, just becoming like plant-based, right? So going from eating just standard Western diet to being plant-based. And I'm no longer plant-based, but that was the first videos on this YouTube channel. I don't think any of them are still up there now. But that's originally what it's for. Then I was kind of leaned more to the cycling videos. Then we went through just general changing of like outdoor stuff, and sometimes there were cars involved, and it kind of changed. And I feel like each year kind of hones in a little bit. It just like zeroes in closer and closer and closer to, say, like my one true purpose. And I think that's become what the YouTube channel has now become over the last, say, like 5 or 6 videos. It's been talking about like psychology, male mental health, and especially with the state of flux the world is in, it's, I guess, having that mindset that will see people through the changes that are happening in the world, the potential hard times. So even if I can only give my thoughts and opinions to a few people, I'd rather do that. I'd rather be honest to myself, congruent to myself, of just doing the thing that I really feel that my kind of purpose is set for. You know, making these YouTube videos is, for me, it's like a therapy. I really enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy throughout the day thinking of ideas to put into videos, and then just talking to the camera. For me, it's like journaling when I have an idea, rather than, again, I've never really been into like journaling. I can't really, it's just one of those things that doesn't really suit me, I guess. But you know, some people just get so much from journaling. Mine is, I just, throughout the day, just an idea will pop into my head, and oh yeah, no, that'd be a really good video. I really enjoyed talking to the camera about that. Or, you know, even when it was the outdoor videos, I always felt like I kind of had that drive to like put my thoughts and opinions into stuff. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. I feel like I really zeroed in to like to that now. So that's kind of where I am. I feel like my life has been like, just every time I've had like a job or a life-changing decision, it's kind of had like this synchronicity effect, that I'll do a job and then somehow that like lays into some other opportunity. And I guess at the moment, this synchronicity that's kind of resonating with me is, last like year I did a foundation degree in psychology, because I basically left school at 16 just for GCSEs. So I had to do the foundation degree this year. I'm like a first year mature student in psychology, and I'll talk about the university thing a lot in like another video. I'll probably do a specific video on it for someone that's thinking about either going to university like 18, or even as a mature student like I am. It's okay. The quick rundown is, I'm pretty much more of an autodidact person. I think it's a lot more efficient. It's a lot more interesting just to learn off your own back, read the books that you want to read, watch the new videos and the lectures. There's so many on YouTube now that you want to watch, rather than going to university and someone else like telling you what to watch, because you know you have to learn the things that they're telling you to learn when that's maybe not your primarily interest. We'll see how the university thing goes at the moment. At the moment, I'm very optimistic for the opportunities that it will open up for me in the longer term. But with the psychology thing, that's kind of, again, like just some kind of synchronicitous effect that's reinforcing, doing now more videos leaning towards psychology, which I think is coming at a really important time with the changes that are happening so quickly in the world. Strong psychology, a strong level of mental health, is going to be invaluable going forward. So if I can somehow put that into some of my videos and help people going forward, then hopefully I can do that. And I guess more than anything, I feel I've got like a lot of skin in the game. I guess primarily these videos are dedicated towards men, although not necessarily. I do hope the advice I can give can probably go both ways. It can probably help women as well. I think some of the advice that society especially, and just even amongst parts of the mainstream, are terrible. I think the advice we give to women is terrible, probably a lot worse than the mainstream advice that's given to men. But I know from the YouTube analytics, like it's 95% men that watch these videos. So maybe that will change. Maybe as the cycling videos become less relevant to the channel and talking about the things we're talking about, maybe it will skew a different way. I don't really know. Only time will tell on that. But I'm guessing it's going to be primarily male focused. And I guess I am a man. I live the life of a man. This is just something I understand about. So that's kind of why I guess sometimes maybe it reflects that way, that is focused towards men, but not necessarily. You know, it can go both ways. But I do have a lot of skin in the game because I have 2 children that are boys, and I have another on the way, so it's going to leave me with 3 children, all male. I have a lot of skin in the game, and I guess more than anything, by just doing the YouTube videos, I think a lot more specifically about the ideas that come up in the videos, and that kind of reflects back on my own life. That's kind of where the journaling and the therapy point of doing these videos comes in. It really is, because I think about ideas that ultimately will affect my sons. And I guess in a bigger picture, you know, I could wake up dead in 5 years' time, and if I've put together like a body of work that I think is like quite relevant for people, even younger men, boys say, then I guess that's really helpful, because if I wasn't to be around in that time, then I've put together a body of work that I feel could be really important to their development as well. So I do have skin in the game. I do feel there's that passion there to really focus on this type of video. So that's where we're at the moment. Yeah, things have certainly changed. I will film some of the videos outdoors. What kind of appeals to me is the idea of just getting a little firebox going, wood stove going, outdoors, in the woods, make a tea, coffee, maybe even a little something to eat, and then talk about these ideas. Those videos will start appearing, especially as the weather gets better. Could have done it today, but we had a quintessential April showers, I guess you would call it in the UK, even though we're only late March at the moment. It's come early this year. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I mean, I still really enjoy it. I've really settled into these videos. I have a certain style that I really enjoy doing. These videos are never scripted. I don't like type out paragraphs and paragraphs and read from a screen. I really find it off-putting for myself. I find it quite off-putting when I watch videos online and you can see the person is just reading. I think that's not very authentic. For certain types of videos, if you're going to talk for like 40 minutes and every idea, sentence has to be structured in a way, but for me it's less authentic. If it's something you're really passionate about, you can talk for 40 minutes on a subject without needing specific notes. I essentially just have like the laptop in front of me, just with like say 5 points on it, as my lighting system falls down as well. I just have like a few bullet points on it, and that's kind of what I just really enjoy doing. Write like 4 or 5 bullet points, the ideas that I'd really like to try and get into the video if I can. And yeah, for me it works. It makes me really happy. So for everybody that's supported the channel so far up until now, thanks a lot. Maybe it won't be for everybody going forward, but I think if you stick around, I think you may be interested in the topics we talk about going forward. And yeah, as I say, this is kind of like synchronicitous in the fact that the world is changing so fast, and how the world reacts will probably influence to a small extent where the channel goes, because I don't know, I think we live in an interesting time. There's big opportunities out there, but I think people need to be prepared, especially from a psychological, say, mindset point of view, for the things that are changing. That's kind of what I feel my calling is at the moment. So thanks for really supporting the channel up until now. If you like it, stick around, because yeah, there's going to be lots of good stuff in the future, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.